Hey, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for the Pirates Guide here.
I'm Tim Judd with Fairfax County Police Marine Patrol Unit.
Awesome. Tim, how long have you been on the river?
Been on the river. This is my fourth summer out here.
Awesome. Have you only been on the river as police, or is you?
No, I've actually been boating pretty much my entire life. As a kid, my family had a house down on Smith Mountain Lake, and as soon as I was old enough and going to afford a boat on my own, I bought one. So many years on the water.
Very cool. Tell us a little bit about this boat we have here.
So this is a 2018 29-foot safe boat. You'll recognize that the Coast Guard uses them a lot as well. It's powered by twin 300 horsepower Merc cruisers. It's a purpose-built boat. Works great for police work and keeps us out of the weather. And we do have a generator and air conditioner on there, which is awesome.
Very cool. So what areas of the river do you work on?
So we cover Fairfax County. So our jurisdiction is the Occoquan, out to the Potomac, and north up to the Wilson Bridge. That's where the Fairfax-Alexandria County line is. And everything on the Virginia side in Fairfax County, Doe Creek, Pohick Bay, Little Hunting Creek, those are all Fairfax County jurisdiction as well.
Awesome. So what is a day in the life of river police?
It doesn't get much better than working out here on the river as a police officer. We normally get on the river. We like to patrol the Occoquan, make our way up north, check in on the parks, stop, talk to people. Like to stop in at Pohick Bay, see if anyone has any questions, talk to new boaters, try to do what we can to inform the public on boater safety, things like that. And when we finish up the day, we try to stop back here in the Potomac or on the Occoquan, stop in at different marinas and check in with people, just try to be visible.
Very cool.
What are your safety violations, things like that along the way, of course.
What are your common calls that you get out there?
Most common calls are honestly, the biggest complaint is either wake violations, or as everyone who boats on the Occoquan knows, the paddle boarders. So those are definitely the two biggest complaints that we get.
Is there any specific areas of the river you see people running aground a lot, or?
Probably one of the most I've seen is up by the National Harbor, heading north, cutting into the National Harbor and cutting that point right there is where I've seen quite a few people lose their props and their lower units sometimes.
Yeah, that's a tricky place. So as far as injuries that you see out there a lot, what's the most common, you think?
A lot of the injuries we see, of course, are with the jet skis, just, you know, too fast in rough conditions, catch a wave the wrong way, or your water sports, lake boarding, water skiing, things like that, just taking a nasty spill.
Cool. So what can boaters do to help you guys?
Honestly, the biggest thing is, first thing, boater safety course. You buy a boat, you have to take the course. That covers all the basic information, and it, you know, goes over the rules of the road that's outlined by the Coast Guard as far as passing, which side of the river to be on, you know, which vessel has the right-of-way, things like that, and just learning the channel markers so that we're not coming to pull you out of the mud when you run aground.
Very cool. So what's the absolute craziest thing you've seen out there so far?
Honestly, we probably see just a lot more of the crazy things that the everyday boaters see. One of the funniest things that came to mind was going back to new boaters and just not knowing what they're doing. It was an older boat, and they had it trimmed all the way up, coming up the Occoquan. They just put in at the park, and he about ran into the 95 bridge because it was trimmed all the way up, shooting a rooster tail straight out the bag, making a wake.
Nice.
Of course, we stopped him, and he's like, "I can't steer my boat. I don't know what's going on." And they had just bought the boat, and he didn't even realize what trim was. So, wow. And needless to say, there was several other violations, and we gave them a quick lesson on what they needed to have, and gave them a tow back to the park so they could rectify the problems.
Nice. So you have any advice for new boaters on the river or anything like that?
Take your time, and you know, boaters love to talk about their boats and get out here and talk to other people. So find a friend of a friend, meet up with them after you take your boater safety course, and, you know, check the U.S. Coast Guard has a lot of information as well, the mandatory equipment on your boat, and get up with an experienced boater and just go out for a day Like I said, boaters, we love to talk about, you know, our boats and our knowledge and share it. So just get out on the water, especially here. There's a lot of tricky places to get in and out of, especially if you don't, you know and understand the channel markers. And after that, just get out, be safe, and enjoy the water.
Awesome. Thanks. You want to show us around the boat?
Sure. Come on in.
All right. We'll follow you in.
Awesome. So this is our back work area. We have 2 dive doors on either side, so we can pop them out. And the ladder here goes on, and we have a piece under the seat that folds over it. So if we're in a dive operation, we pop those out. Or if it's a water rescue type situation, we'll pop them out on our way there, just to give us a little lower access to the water. You can come on in with us, with me. So we have 4 seats. They're all shock seats. So we normally, it's a minimum of 2 to operate the boat. Sometimes we'll have 3, at most 4, and it gets a little crowded after that, but the seats are amazing. The front ones are actually a little bit better quality. You can see the giant spring underneath of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me turn that down for you. You can take pretty good sized waves sitting down, and you'll never feel it in your back or anything else.
Yeah,
it's actually great. We have a, it's a great open cockpit. You can see everything around us. State-of-the-art GPS, navigation. This is our computer dispatch. So this is how the dispatch will get a hold of us, send us the calls, ask questions. Of course, we have our AM/FM radio. Here's our FLIR.
You gotta have that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is FLIR, so infrared camera. It's mounted on the top. We have 2 police radios, so these are actually dual band radios. This one right now is set to the Coast Guard, and this is set to our police dispatch station. And then we just have our standard Garmin VHF radio over there. Lights, siren.
All the happy buttons.
Yeah, yep. And then everything else is pretty much standard. Down below, it's we are actually certified as EMTs, National Registered EMTs as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we're a non-transport EMS vehicle. So we have everything in there to give basic life support for anyone that's injured on the water, which is a great capability because things can go sideways really quick on the water. And
true enough.
The fact that we can assist in police and EMS side is awesome.
That's cool, man. Well, thanks for showing us around.
Absolutely, my
Appreciate
pleasure.
It. Awesome.
All right, well, hope to see you out there. Thank you.
Later.